Cancer? Welcome to your reading for February 7th to the 13th. Obviously, the layout's a little bit different. I just wanted to explain it really quick. Physical appearance is changing. I wanted to try and get more of the cards in the picture, and also I want to be able to pull it up and show it to the camera. I couldn't do that with my previous setup, so unfortunately, my face will be popping in and out like this. So just bear with it. If you hear any kids in the background, I got two little ones, and unfortunately I cannot get away from that with my current environment, so we'll just have to deal with it. Hopefully it doesn't become too disturbing. I got a different layout a little bit for the cards spread out. I got 4 columns now instead of 3 like I did previously, and I'm still doing the overall essence, and I'll be putting it right here, which I can go ahead and draw right now. So get in there. Overall essence, so right past, which I can go ahead and start drawing. So past, 2 currents, and then future coming. That's basically the way I look at it. I'm still going to do a clarify for each, and then 2 numerology cards for extra information about the reading. So recent past, we have the Hangman. Actually, before I do that, let me do the 7 of Swords here. It's the overall essence, okay? So what I'm feeling like this for this week, I definitely feel like this is you. You may be, so okay. Before I get into what I was about to say, let me just say that the 7 of Swords can represent deceit, lying, or anything that could be sort of trickery or deceptive acts, basically. So the overall essence is like the energy that you're working with for this week could be something along those lines, and there could be someone or something in your immediate environment or someone that you're connected to that may be playing that kind of role, or it could be you playing that role. So you could be deceiving yourself, trying to take things that aren't yours, or someone may be doing the same thing with you. But ultimately, this card can also represent someone taking what they need and moving on. And it may not be a very negative thing, but you know, this card can represent that side of life as well. It's one of the more deceptive cards, so that's a lot of reasons that's why I like to read it that way, because not many other cards can be read that way, the deceptive energy. So just be mindful of anything playing out in your life that may be kind of trickery, right? And we'll kind of see what else we got as we go along. So in the recent past, you have the Hangman and you have the 3 of Pentacles, and I'll hold these up for you. Right? 3 of Pentacles, Hangman. So it looks like, you know, I'm actually kind of getting that the Hangman represents a sacrifice or surrendering yourself in order for new perspectives to come in. And the fact that you have the 3 of Pentacles here as the extended card basically tells me that you may have had to have some sort of sacrifice in your work setting or work related, okay? Whether it's an actual company, and, you know, it actually makes sense because of what recently happened. But it seems like you made the choice to do that, right? And I definitely resonate with that myself because that's what I did. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go into allow things to happen how they happen, and I'm surrendering myself and just going with what I feel to be correct. And it definitely was work related, right? So if that happened in your recent past and it's resonating with you, go with that one because that's how it resonates with me. And I'm a Cancer, by the way, so it will resonate with me anyway. So that's what happened in the recent past. Some sort of sacrifice was made in a work-related setting. You know, moving on, having new perspective, and just realizing that I deserve something better, and moving on. So current situation, we have the 5 of Wands, and we have the Devil. All right, so you may be having some sort of challenge this week, moving forward, in relation to attachments, to behaviors, or addictions that are sort of holding you back and keeping you chained to a certain cycle of your life, right? Because the 5 of Wands represents challenge or conflicts. It could be internal as much as it could be external, and honestly, those two can go hand in hand in a lot of situations. And so this also could be someone in your life that could be represented as a devilish figure as well. and not really that they are satanic in any way, but like representing an old toxic cycle or attachment that you have to these other people that may be causing conflict in your life, right? So it's either addictions inside yourself, like alcohol, drugs, sex, stuff like that, stuff that can be even social media, just any kind of addictive behavior that is causing internal conflict with yourself and possibly even conflict in your environment as well. It could be that, or it could be actual people in your life that could have some sort of toxic behavioral attachment to that. So be mindful. Just know that as you move through this energy, we have the Star and the Six of Swords. So it looks like, I actually feel like did I get the, that's crazy. Anyway, so the Star card represents being guided towards something, seeing light and hope at the end of the tunnel, basically. The Star can be a very healing time for us because it represents the divine kind of coming in, shining light on a certain situation and bringing us hopeful energy, whether it comes in a physical sense or in the form of internal guidance that shows us the way, basically. Because it looks like what's going to happen is, because the extended card here is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords represents someone moving forward out of their current situation and leaving everything behind. In a figurative sense, it doesn't have to be literal, but leaving like the baggage of your mentality, your beliefs, these old ideas, or just things that aren't no longer working for you. You're being guided in a new direction that's going to bring in more hope, more healing, that's ultimately going to move you forward and get you out of your current situation. So you may start seeing things come in that creates hope and like satisfaction because of that, and it's going to bring you out of this hard time. Coming energy is amazing. I think our last reading was pretty good too. Cantor's got it pretty well. So Six of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Let me bring it over here so it's not super whatever. You may not be able to see it too well. I can't bring it up too close. Let me see. Sorry, it's like... whatever. Anyway. So, there's definitely going to be a change in the energy going on that's coming towards us. The Wheel of Fortune represents a change in a direction or bringing in fresh new perspectives or fresh new ideas that change things for the better, basically. And it looks like it's in relation to some sort of passionate drive. The Six of Wands represents someone who's coming out in the limelight, coming out into more of the field of view of other people, like social media even, or just if you go do retreats or whatever in person, stuff like that, stuff that's going to bring you recognition for this thing that you're moving towards. And it looks like there's going to be a change in that as well. So whatever it is we are moving towards to bring in more recognition and achievement and that goal-driven energy, there's definitely going to be a change in that area, and you're going to start seeing a shift because of it. That's a great card, actually. It's moving in our favor, basically. And reading the Seven of Swords, I wasn't thinking that this was for me, but I need to be mindful of that too, I guess. All right, so let me pull some clarifying cards here. Moving on. Nice. Another Seven of Swords. That's crazy. All right. Yeah. So another thing is, so the Seven of Swords can also represent envious people, and that can create deceptive behavior, because when someone is starting to see that these changes are happening to you in your life, right? They may start to become envious of where it is you're moving towards, and so they can start becoming more like that trickster or doing things to be deceptive in certain ways. And that can manifest in a whole myriad of ways, so I'm not trying to elaborate too much on that, but that's kind of like the overall energy that I'm getting from it. So in the past, we have the Two of Cups over the Hangman and the Three of Pentacles. I definitely feel like what this is saying is that this affected a relationship. In my personal opinion, I definitely believe it's referring to an intimate relationship that you have with someone else. Because if you were sacrificing something work related, that may have been lost even, but it was a choice that you wanted to make. So you didn't really feel as if it was like a heartful, like a heartache loss. It's like you wanted it. It still kind of affected the relationship, but honestly, I do feel like it's actually bringing you two closer together. So it may create more time with them. It may create more space to be able to foster that relationship. And I think that's kind of like the clarity I'm getting with that one. The World card here is over the Five of Wands and the Devil. I do believe that what this is saying is that, even if you're going through these challenging times with addiction or addictive behaviors or people in your life that may be considered toxic that you need to let go of, just know that this is coming to a completion, and you will start seeing a change in the behaviors that you're having or these other people are having, because you're letting it go internally or externally. This is all about achievement, and it's a breaking out of this. It's literally talking about breaking out of the cycle that you're currently in. That's what I'm getting from this card. That's actually a very brilliant card to have for that outcome. Star card and the Six of Swords. All right, so it looks like this card represents a victory in the most vaguest of senses. Like, some readers just like, yeah, you got a victory coming in. What the hell does that mean? What does it mean to have a victory? So basically, when it's over the Star card and the Six of Swords, with us moving forward because we were being internally guided towards something much brighter, starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, this can come in the form of an idea, right? An idea to move forward, but it's also just like saying, here's this sword, I need you to take this, and that this could represent an idea, a decision being made, some sort of victorious endeavor, and saying, look, run with this because it's going to keep moving forward. And you need to be able to use that sword to cut out anything that's no longer serving you so that you can move forward, right? But just know that this card, in its most vaguest sense, does represent a sort of victory. So we are moving towards something much more prosperous, much more victorious, and that's really all I gotta say about that card. All right, so over the Six of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Seven of Swords again. So, very easy way to look at this is with us having a change in the way we approach the outer world and with the way we show up to other people and the achievements that we are accomplishing again. And this is what gave me the idea of the envious part. So there are going to be people that are going to not be okay with that, right? As you rise above and move towards something greater for yourself, people will work against you. And you just have to be willing to say, I'm not dealing with that anymore. But be mindful of people trying to be envious or deceptive because of being envious of your achievements moving forward, and don't let them try to steal your happiness, or steal your mental solitude or the mental clarity and the mental reprieve that we so rightly deserve, because the sword represent our mental aspects as well, or whatever. And so basically what this is saying is don't let them take that from you. Don't let them take your peace of mind. Basically, the more things you allow people to power over your mind, the less peaceful you are going to become as time goes on. So that's kind of what that's saying. In another sense, it could represent also moving forward as well, because he's taking what he needs out of this encampment and then getting out of there and going somewhere better, right? So let me pull these two Moonology cards, step into your power, and go deeper. All right, so first quarter moon in Aries, it says step into your power. So basically these cards, I probably love these cards because you don't really have to elaborate too much on these. It basically says what it is. It's got the solar plexus card right here, or the chakra right here. I don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah, the light kind of just shines too much, but solar plexus chakra. It's this one right here, this one right here, solar plexus. It deals with your willpower, your drives, right? Your ability to step into a new power, to step into your inner power so that you can move forward. Stepping into your power. So basically what this is saying is you are stepping into your power. We are stepping into our power. We're moving into a time where our energy is ramping up. And because of that, we are becoming more attractive, right? The more power you step into, the more attractive you become, which attracts experiences, people, abundance, all things. But again, it also attracts people that may not have your best interest at heart. So be mindful of those people. Just keep stepping into your power, man. Keep doing you and allowing yourself to move forward in life, and don't look back unless it's required of you in order to let go of something that you didn't know you're maybe holding on to. So new moon in Scorpio, go deeper. Scorpio is a very transformative zodiac sign. It's actually the most transformative zodiac sign, and it calls us to go deeper. And what I feel from this is I believe this is actually more intuitive than anything, because as you go deeper inside yourself, you're going to bring out the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is what helps us connect to everything in reality. The subconscious mind generally, it's about 95%. I think it said 95% of our daily life is ran by our subconscious. So what that means is the subconscious mind records so much more in life than our conscious mind does. And we are actually perceiving a lot more information than our conscious mind is able to compute with. So if you know you're using about 5% of your conscious mind and your 95% of your subconscious mind is not being used, there's a lot of information that people are missing out on. And the more in tune you get with your deeper inner self, the more that's going to come surface out. So I definitely feel like this is a call to get more in alignment with the intuition. So meditation is a great tool to use. I keep recommending that during my readings. Otherwise, if that's not resonating with you, that go deeper, it's just calling you to like look more inside yourself, kind of figure out things that may not be working out anymore and aligning with stuff that does. But just overall, go deeper inside yourself to figure out more of who you are and get alignment with the best version of yourself. And with that, I'm going to close out this reading. Cancer, I really appreciate you being here. If you liked it, please like, share, and or subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am trying to grow as much as possible. Really appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.